What is the Jones Plus LWB HDE? The Jones Plus LWB is a long wheelbase bicycle, and HDE stands for heavy duty or electric. Is the same design basically, but this frame is stronger, it's stiffer, it has a longer chainstay by 1 inch, and of course it's a little heavier than the regular LWB frame set. It also has a standard threaded bottom bracket with no eccentric. This is a good frame set to build into a bike for anybody that needs to carry a heavy load or build into an e-bike. Getting rid of the eccentric saves weight, and also it's easier to install bottom bracket motor kits. The chainring clearance is massive, and this way you'll never have to worry about having any kind of chain suck or chains getting stuck in there. The chainring will never rub the chainstay. You can go up to over a 50-tooth chainring if necessary, depending on what you're building. So you have a lot of room for different size chainrings. You'll also have room for things like a Bafang bottom bracket motor, which requires a little bit more chainring clearance on the chainstays than the standard frame. If you take a regular LWB frame and try to put one of these motors on, the motor will hit the chainstay and it doesn't quite fit right. The top tube and down tube are a little bit bigger in diameter, and this will stiffen things up along with the thicker tubing. So thicker tubing, a little bit bigger on the top and down tube. This stiffens the front to rear. So now you're going faster, carrying a bigger load, have more weight, and then having this extra stiffness will make a big difference in keeping the bike stable and stiff so you don't get flex as much. One thing that this frame set is it's a do-it-yourself e-bike. You can get one of these frame sets and build your own e-bike. Spec it the way you want. There are a lot of motors that are available that can be installed and that will work really well. There are many battery packs you can get of various sizes to have the amount of power and mileage or range that you need. This frame is actually made to become an e-bike. If you take a regular mountain bike frame and build it up into an e-bike, it's a little riskier because the frames aren't as stiff and as strong usually because they're built up to a level of normal standard, and this is going way beyond it. This frame is far stronger than the standards for mountain bikes. The longer chainstays make the bike more stable. It adds more room for chainring clearance, and the longer chainstays also make it a little harder to wheelie accidentally. And with more power, it's a little easier to wheelie by mistake. So this kind of stabilizes the bike, keeps the front end down, and it also opens up room for a kickstand. So there's a kickstand in there. Heavier bikes and bikes that are used a lot for carrying loads kind of need a kickstand so that you can keep the bike upright and pack it up like that. The longer chainstay also improves handling at higher speeds and with the load. This frame is built with butted 4130 seamless chromoly tubing that is completely heat treated, just like the frames that we use for building our custom select bikes or our customers buy for building their own custom bikes. They are built from thinner butted tubing, which some of it is heat treated ahead of time, but the whole frame is heat treated afterwards, and that's exactly the same as the HDE. So they're really the same like that. It's the same level of frame, welded by the same people in the same place, the same quality, on the same tools. But for the HDE, I'm using tubing that is, the same quality, but thicker and a little bigger and butted at the top and down tube. There aren't two versions of it. The same frame is the frame that you get on the complete bike that we're gonna produce in Taiwan. It's the same frame that we'll do with the Custom Select here in Oregon when we build it up. And I already have my bikes built up with the pre-production frames the way I want, a few of them. Been testing them. The Jones Plus LWB HDE frame set. It's available as a frame and fork with either a Unicron fork or a truss fork, titanium truss, or steel truss. It's available as a rolling chassis or a custom select bicycle. The rolling chassis can be built up either as a bicycle or an electric bike. The LWB HDE will also be available as a stock complete bicycle, just like the LWB and SWB bikes. It will also be available as a complete e-bike with some choices for battery packs and a couple of choices for motor size.